On January 6th, as the US Capitol was being attacked, some Facebook staffers began to consider what role their company might have played in fueling the lies that led to the insurrection. One employee suggested Facebook had placated then-President Donald Trump for too long, as far back as 2015.
Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States.
Never forget the day Trump called for a ban on Muslims entering the US, a Facebook staffer wrote in response to a Facebook executive on January 6th. We determined that it violated our policies, and yet we explicitly overrode the policy and didn't take the video down. There is a straight line that can be drawn from that day to today. History will not judge us kindly.
We don't fact-check political ads, and we don't do this to help politicians, but because we think people should be able to see for themselves what politicians are saying.
Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg faced intense criticism from Democrats in 2019 when he said Facebook would not fact-check politicians, allowing people like Trump to pay to spread targeted lies on the platform. Leaked internal Facebook documents reveal the company's own research showed that people trust information shared by politicians more than regular users, making politician-shared misinformation especially believable. Facebook even ran a focus group of users in Chicago, according to the leaked documents, during which people told us that Facebook has a greater responsibility for labeling the false content shared by political leaders than they do for ordinary users. But still, the company's executives stand by their decision not to fact-check politicians. And last summer, when Zuckerberg refused to act on a Trump post that threatened looting in Minneapolis would lead to shooting, employees pushed back. At least one person even left the company.
So, why did you quit?
I've seen a couple times now that Mark doesn't uphold his principles. Zuck has told us over and over that calls to violence would not be tolerated on the platform, even if they were by the President of the United States.
An internal Facebook memo in August 2020 noted Facebook's decision-making on content policy is routinely influenced by political considerations. The documents were leaked by Facebook whistleblower Frances Haugen, who first began providing documents to the Wall Street Journal earlier this year. Haugen has filed a complaint about the company to the SEC. Part of one of this whistleblower's disclosures to the SEC is about this idea that the team at Facebook that works with governments, essentially has to keep governments on side, get involved in the content moderation decisions. And from one of Facebook's own internal documents, an employee wrote, Facebook's decision-making on content policy is routinely influenced by political considerations. If you could just explain this to us a little bit.
This is an incredibly important issue. Facebook has engineers who are focused on how to make the platform safe. And the public policy team will evaluate that and decide, is this going to upset certain political forces? And are they going to complain that we are trying to censor them? And so this incredible sensitivity to the political perspective builds enormous frustration inside of the company. That's what the documents reveal. These engineers saying, let us do our job. Stop manipulating what we're doing to keep a couple politicians happy. And what's astonishing here is to see the way Facebook has been played like a fiddle, especially by the conservative right.